we live? Are you live? Are we all here together, being lively? I hope so. We are back. We are back live in the studio from all sorts of gallivanting around, and I would like to welcome you back into the studio, hoping that you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for joining us here in this multitude of craziness. I saw over there on Kyle's live, there was all sorts of wonderful rock a- acquiring and such. And so I'm so happy that at least I saw some of you making big scores this weekend. But I'd like to hear about more. So I'd like to welcome Chris in and Sean with Outdoor Adventures with Fade. Allison is in the house. Hey. I'm going to have to give a special shout to her in a little bit. Jenny is here, and it's so good to see you, Jenny. Daniel plays with rocks right here on the Sunday Night Live, I'm sure. Blind Squirrel Rocks, hey. Also, a shout to you. Found some killer rocks. Blind Squirrel Rocks. You got to follow over on Instagram if you want to see what the goods are up to the minute. And did find some amazing fossils that were quite a certain word. And so, love Faith, good to see you. Long time no see. And Sonia, bravo. She was, I think, the very first one in the house this evening. And Lisa's here. Not too much, not too hot for lively. Oh dear. Now, how hot is too hot, Lisa? I would love to hear this. Spot says hi to all, and hi to all spots in the general vicinity. Ken is here, and way too hot for lively over at maybe Lisa and Ken are just too hot. You know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Melissa is here in the house, and it's good to see you. All sorts of good, I think, crosstown traffic in folks' conversations going on. Jeff is here. You know, I missed, there was a premiere this evening. Round four, I think. It's usually Katie Did Rock's time to drop on Sundays. And unfortunately, I was running around with, gold in my mind and running around like the chicken with their gold cut off or something. And there was a premiere, so you got to go check that out. It does star Jeff of JNV Rock Hounding and our very own Josh the Tomcat way over there in Montana, along with our good friend Kate from Katie Did Rocks. So gotta check that out when everybody's finished over here. That Opal guy is here, and he's hoping that everybody is well fed, and so do I. That's a very nice sentiment. And Rockin' Wheelers, Mr. Joseph is here, and hello to you. Now, Joseph was also wanting to thank the community. I'm going to just go ahead and take the liberty to do so, if he hasn't already, here in the chat about our last live stream. And this is kind of a rebate on the Friday live stream because we had technical difficulties. We were camping. It was a good time. It was cool to see trees behind me and all that kind of stuff. But it was a darn hard time to show off what it is that we wanted to do. So we're back. But what I wanted to say about Joseph is that he really appreciated everybody's advice on what color gold pan you like to use and how you gold pan. You guys were talking about the tippity tap tap and that sort of thing. And not only do I really appreciate everybody's input on Friday, but looks like Joseph did too. And I'll bet you that some other folks in the community that are dipping their toe into the gold panning stream might have also really benefited. So thank you guys. Everybody's group wise is so appreciated. Thanks again. And Kirk is back in the house making amazing ceramics, and so can't wait to show some of that off. And actually, that does remind me that we should Steinkern. Big cheers to you all, and to you all, to your health. I hope that you found some great walks, rocks, and talks this evening. That works. Big gulp. I think I came home a little dehydrated from our trip, and so I'm trying to catch up. Boy, did we had too much fun in too short a time, and I am absolutely thrashed from it. In fact, I want to apologize if I seemed a little bit fried on Friday night. That fits too, huh? Friday night. I mean, what am I apologizing for? I had just been in the sun, and I was super beat from too many days of going out on the water, and actually, in the opening um, picture montage, you probably saw the video. That was me slogging around in the water, getting ready to get on my board and flying my wing, because that's part of what we were doing out in the gold panning land. And what was funny is that we got that footage, and then we got pocket footage, and the footage on either side of that was what was actually supposed to be being filmed. You ever have that happen, all you YouTubers out there, when you try to take a video and it's like you get it ready to video and you're on. You click it and you actually turned it off. And then you click it again when the scene is over and you turned it on again and you get your pocket, footage or whatever. So that's what happened there. There's a little story in that, and so you guys got to see me almost getting on the board, um, but it truly happened. And so Sierra Hounder is here in the house. I'm a little bit behind, so I'm going to try to catch up really quick and not talk too fast. Alabama, USA is here in the house. Good to see you. Tomcat Josh has landed, and it is so good to see you, our not so alien brother. And let's see. I think I'm pretty much getting caught up. Oh, Cheryl's in the house. Good to see you too. A bunch of y'all were just over there at Kyle's, and thank you, Kyle, for making sure that everybody knew where the next live was being lived. Sort of. And let's see. It is such a helpful community. You guys are, I think I'm getting that caught up as to what was going on with the Steinkerns and the group mind. Joseph Stanley is here in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. And Les be rockin' is up here too. Awesome to see you. And Rockin' Wheelers Joseph is sharing that. Yes, back in the shop, Rosie and I are getting ready to visit some of our claims. Yahoo! And take a look at a few more. Well, Joseph, this is exciting to hear. And I did kind of get from what you were talking about that one of those is a gold claim that you're going to go check out. If anybody else has some gold advice or some stories about having gone to a claim, or I mean, I don't expect anybody who really wants to reveal their very favorite place. It's kind of like giving away your fishing hole. So I don't expect that. But I would love to hear about what folks what your experiences have been. I do admit I think I might be a little bit bitten by the panning bug. Eric is here in the house. Random statement. I keep getting distracted by a housefly. Boy, that totally sounds like something that is part of this community's flow. Because if there's a spider, snake, lizard, housefly, dragonfly, butterfly, you name it, we're probably gonna be totally distracted. But thank you for coming, and also thank you for sharing that. Any of the good stuff to share, if you've got. Look at this. I have a short premiere after Karen, even later tonight, featuring Fossil Fun Days. I can't wait to see that, Allison. And she popped that up just in time for me to remember that Allison. So definitely go check out. We'll all go. In fact, since you've got a wrench, you might want to pop up that link. And if you don't have it yet, then go ahead and pop it up anytime during the stream, or towards the end would be great, because then we'll know where we can go live next. We're gonna go live at your place. And Allison also shared with me a package. And so I received a package in the mail while I was gone gallivanting around the countryside. So that was extra exciting to come home to. And Allison, I haven't even opened it yet. I'm so excited to do so, but it's going to be my present to myself when I get caught up with the crazies. So Allison has popped up the link in the chat right now. So if you want to go hit that and save it, feel free to do so. Come on back. But everybody, that's where we're going to be after we are done with these shenanigans over here. But what I do want to say about Allison is, first of all, thank you so much for sharing whatever the mystery stuff is in that beautiful package. But also, I would love to have us both be able to present it. So it looks like I'm hoping that the next um either Friday Night Live or the next live stream that comes out of the ozone is going to be having Allison Prairie Girl Rocks on it. So we're going to try to go ahead and get that dance choreographed and bring that to you on a YouTube theater near you very soon. So we'll get that together. But I definitely wanted to give y'all a big heads up. And Spot says, I agree with this. Favorite place is Kyle's. You gotta love Kyle's. It's a great place to hang out. So many good things to see and fill your eyeballs with. And let's see where I'm still catching up. And let's see about this. That Opal guy has a semi-lengthy premiere in 24 hours. And so most definitely would love to join you for that Opal guy. So everybody go ahead and put that on your dance card or docket. We'll make sure to all join together and watch that one too. We've got Joseph Stanley. I would love to go try some panning, but between the heat and my health, I don't think that will be possible, but I love watching. Okay, so Joseph, we're here for you. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of sort of quasi panning tonight. And then I'm sure that Rufotris, Rooted Rockhound, said that they were going to get a video or more together. My video on this subject is going to be coming out soon. In fact, you guys, how many rock handers or handers, show of hounds, how many rock hounders, show of hands, needed one of these lately? This is a portable hard drive. And I have been needing to back up my files and make room on my computer for the longest time. And that's actually one of the reasons why I'm guilty for not having put out many or any new videos for a bit of time. And so you guys are in big trouble because I have it and I'm filling it up. And that means that I can go ahead, get the stuff off of my phone. And that means a bunch of videos. And then in accordance with that, I have room on my phone again so that I can take more videos and repeat, rinse, and ad nauseum and all that kind of good stuff. So that is going down. And we have some more news here. Not looking like my premiere will be done uploading by 10, so now I might just change it to tomorrow night, especially if Allison has one after this. So that's JNV Rock Hounding Jeff, and that would be, I believe, the continuation of what was going on with Katie Did Rocks, and so you can go watch that, and I would love to watch that tomorrow because I think I'm going to be snoozing on this microphone as soon as this thing is done. And if not before, somebody nudge me if I fall asleep before this live stream is over. It might be a sleep stream. So thank you, Jeff, for that. And I do hope to see that soon. I think it was Twister, Rock Twister, that was talking about also falling asleep in their studio. I literally fell asleep in here last night, like sitting up. And woohoo, the party is rocking, says Afia Rocka. So good to see you. Top of tomorrow to you, buddy. And um Let's see. Eric the cat is happy, and he not only got the fly, so good, but also did subscribe to Allison's channel. So good to hear that. That's awesome. And Allison says that her premiere is only or less than 15 minutes. And so it looks like we're going to have to conjure another something to do after hers. So I don't know. It might still be open there. And let's see, I'm this behind. Of course, Kyle says this too, wanting to spot and everyone else to hang out at his house because that's our favorite place to hang out for sure. And uh, Kyle also does assure us that he'll be back in several days, so we won't worry too much. Refotress, Rooted Rockhound, is here in the house, and so I don't know if I need to scroll down some more in the chat, but I did just mention that you were probably going to be releasing a video on the gold panning as well soon. You were full of some great suggestions during my live on Friday. If you didn't catch that, everybody who's listening, you can go ahead and catch part two for the bigger breadth of information that came down the pike on what we should be doing with our gold pans and all that kind of good stuff. Rufo is talking about loving the pay dirts and that sort of stuff. And let's see, I may be panning one live tomorrow evening on my big giveaway live. Awesome. Okay, so we have that to look forward to for tomorrow. And Rufo, oh my gosh, you probably should have a wrench for this. I need to ordain you the next time I'm on YouTube. Unfortunately, I'm on the yard right now. But if somebody wants to make a link for that, if it's been generated, then go for it. If not, then y'all need to keep an eye out for that. Like you're keeping an eye on your gold pan for that nugget. Like swirl it around and see if something goes tink. And if it does, it's probably Rufo's new video, I would imagine. And Joseph is saying that have some crazy new memory drives in the works that you may never be able to fill. All right. I think I'll try to make sense of that. Yeah, I think I get the idea there. Uh-oh, Lisa, she's right. I didn't tell my mom. Somebody shout at my mom. Does anybody know how to shout at my mom? Yeah. Where is my mom? So cheers to you, Judy. If you are out there, go ahead and let us know. Give us show us a sign in the chat that you made it. And Diane Schultz is in the house. Good to see you. And uh, let's see. Afia Raka worked his Sunday, so I'm having your Sunday. All right, that sounds great. Time traveling perks. We all wish we had that for sure. So yeah, I like Kyle was just saying, it was nice to be able to go outside today. I'm definitely wearing some of the sun on my cheeks. I hope that you guys aren't having too much heat, and those of you who are happy about having summer be with us finally. I hope that you guys are getting out of some of the mist and rain, because boy, we have been having some phenomenal lots of it. Carolyn's Colorful Creations, say that 3 times fast, Karen, is premiering her next Wello Opal cut at the top of the hour. Okay, so that is good to know. Thank you very much, Opal Guy. And he's saying that he's going to be hitting that like it's hot. And then Allison looks like, okay, great. Thank you so much. She's put the link up to Rufo's video. So thank you for that. And uh, I get this too. When the videos get super rich, we're going to be needing those terabytes for every single video. Can you imagine? It's going to be like it's in 3D. I'm looking forward to having big juicy videos like that. Love it, love it. All right, and Um, I think that was who was that? Eric. Eric was the one that had the fly driving them crazy, and it looks like Eric sent it right over to your house, Melissa. Sorry about that. And this is a good cheat right here. I like that cheat code spot. I think I need to do that as well because there's nothing like being in the field. Raise your hand if you've done this before, YouTubers. You're in the field, you're trying to take video for something that's fantastic, and you've run out of space. So you're going back through this stuff and you're trying to delete, 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 so that you can make some room for something that is now and more important. So, yeah, I've been there lately, like this week, and I was like, okay, enough of this. We need the portable hard drive to make some room. And here we go. Rooted Rockhound, Chris, is thanking Allison for the link and was rushing to make that live post to be linked. And so thank you so much for generating it for us. And it looks like Daniel is on the way out. So thank you for coming and have a great dinner. And then also James is in the house now. So welcome in, James, and see you later, Daniel. We might still be around. What we've got lined up for you this evening is we're going to take another look at some of the what do we call it? Not condense, concentrate. Concentrate, Karen. What is it called again? Concentrate. Um, yeah, and so we're going to be looking at the concentrate again in the pan. You guys are going to laugh so hard at this. So remember how I unloaded one of our little snuffers full of the concentrate into the pan so that I could show you guys there at the campsite the concentrates. And we were trying to look at it, and oh shoot, I forgot soap. So we added the soap and we did the swirlings, and we wanted me to do the tap tap tap, but I didn't have enough hands and everything. I left that on the park table, and in the morning when we were getting ready for packing up the truck, you'll never guess what happened. Anybody want to take a guess at what happened to that bowl? Um, and so we're going to make another bowl of some concentrate. It looks like we can see a little bit of the last of what was in there. Maybe those are the heavies. Who knows? Maybe maybe the accident isn't such a terrible accident after all. I don't know. Let's see. Here's a Tomcat Josh. And it was so heavy, dude. Crazy. And then we have this spilled it, ate it with cereal. I wish one of those was true. It probably would have helped me digest some of the other stuff that I'd eaten over the weekend. And yeah, stop me when I get there. And we have just no. Yeah, that's more like it. And wait, here we go. It slipped up. Birdies used it as a bird bath. That would be fine. I wouldn't have mind that at all. Now I did see, I think it was Ken that was telling me, don't leave it on the grass. The dogs are gonna like knock it over or drink from it. Well, it was up on the table. So the dogs didn't drink out of it, which would have also been just fine had they left the gold behind. Let's see. Uh, Birds, heck yeah, fresh dust bath, right? They're like just doing, when your dog like just goes head first and does the whole back swim in the dust. Yeah, it was like that. um, let's see what we got here. Gold, almost as tasty as agates, right? Well, I'm always talking about how delicious they are. So I just decided to taste some. I mean, you're supposed to be able to digest gold, right? I think, they put like gold on fancy cakes and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, Joseph. Ah! Joseph guessed that I found a $20 bill in my my gold pan, which is probably more gold than I found. Thank you so much, Joseph. You have definitely helped fund the gold pan. Like I did buy some stuff for this gold panning, and so thank you for helping subsidize this newfound problem, addiction. Wait, what do we, a hobby? That's I think what we're supposed to call it, right? Is that more politically correct? Thank you so much for that. Oh wait, I think I have a. We'll go ahead and make a little music. Wait. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, YouTube. All right. No, not really. We're just getting started here. Yeah, so we're gonna go through that. I so what Melissa, thanks again, Joseph. I really, really appreciate all of your support. You guys, you and Rosie are the best ever. And Melissa saying, I missed something when I was off battling the troll fly. What are y'all talking about anyway? Well, I was talking about what might have happened to the contents of this pan while we were camping. Was it one of you guys? Was it one of you? Did somebody come by my campsite? Um, we have my dogs think the picnic tables are made for them. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. The dogs are pretty good about that though. They don't want to get put back on the leashes or put back in the truck in prison. So um all right, what ended up happening, yeah, I like the sound of that very much. What ended up actually happening was that we were getting ready to load up, and in just the fervor of loading, somehow it just got dumped out. So I was like, no. And so it was the long no. I think that Afia Raka was right about the first answer there. It was a total "Wah." But the happy stuff here is that I have no idea what was in there. It was just concentrate. And we'll pretend like we didn't see anything shiny that evening. Like I'm going to be going back through that video going like, oh, there was something there. Instead, we have three other vials that we have a chance to go through. So hopefully it won't it won't happen again with the other stuff. And we have reminds me of a funny story. The time I was busted for LOL. I would love to hear that. Let's all have a funny story get together on the next the ozone brainstorm. You guys remember when we had all the friends over? We still have to do another one. In fact, I think that we need to make it a thing. It's just somebody needs to be in the studio and not out and about doing the crazy things like rock hounding and gold panning and flying in the wind. And so I think that a funny story one would be really super cool. I confess. Wait, here we go. I confess Manny did it. I like that. Okay, how many of you had a brother or sister that always confessed for you? So I like that the community is just that close. Excellent. And here is a question, a query for you all before we dump some grains into a bowl, and then we also have some other things to look at. So plenty to get to. So am I going to get addicted to gold panning? We already I am going to insert R, addicted to rocking the hand. We first we're first going to Ellensburg to our claim, then Pan for Oro, then to Montana to hound and visit Tyler. Alleluia. Awesome. That sounds super fun. I hope that you make it. It's difficult to put the pan down. So you might want to have like a safe word or something like that for your group that you're with, so that somebody knows like to haul you out if you're turning into. We were in the water, and so I was getting so pruny, and when I stood up, like it was really hard to undo the kind of hunched over, like panning yoga pose that I was in. Yeah, I was like kind of creaking along the river trying to get out and straighten my back. And so if anything, from a total newbie experience, I would say get up and stretch a lot if you're sitting and panning. And of course, if you're digging with the shovel and filling up your classifier and that sort of thing, that's going to get you up and around. But wow, like I was really surprised at how much how much sitting and kind of being hunched over and trying to see things really close. Remember if you're just going for concentrate, I guess you don't need a jeweler's loop or anything like that. But I was trying to see what I was doing. And so I actually had some, like, if you need readers, bring your readers with you, or bring a jeweler's loop or whatever. If you're just going for with the snuffer to pick up the concentrate, then probably just move quickly and just do your thing. Um, let's see. I know, Rufo, I totally need to get you modded out here, but I would love for you to post a link if you can saddle somebody else with some wrench help. That would be awesome. Uh, oh, looks like Melissa, like, all I had to do was just go a little bit further down. You guys are the most awesome. Kid Curry, the safe word for fanning. Bicker, bicker. You never know. I mean, like what, like, does everybody throw you the pick then? I don't know what word that we should use here. um, Thanks for that. And yeah, people are definitely talking about how beautiful the Ellensburg is. Would love to get my hands on some of that as well. I keep on thinking of OJ concentrate. I know I was having those thoughts as well, especially when I was getting all thirsty. That was probably where I got dehydrated, not on the lake. I went into the drink a lot on the lake when we were doing the winging, so I don't think it was that. I don't think I was supposed to be going in the drink as much as drinking, but tell my board skills and my sailing skills that it was a good time. All right. And it looks like Ken and Melissa got that. And so you guys are the hosts with the most. So, one of the first things that I wanted to look at this evening, and I guess I should probably bring it up on my share screen while we're chit chatting, is I found this little nugget of something, and it at first I thought, like, anybody want to guess what that is? I don't even know. It looks so organic. Like, all of a sudden we're looking at somebody's like tooth in like a cavity in like a really swollen gum or something. I'm sorry to do that to you guys. So I won't make you guys play the guessing game again. But here we have this little nugget guy. And I was all excited because I saw it in the dark, because it was really super um it was very what's the word I'm looking for? Overcast while we were doing our panning, and the this had like a glimmer on it. And so old gum, yes, snake eye, chewed up gum. Okay, that's, yeah, everybody has that one, right? Can't leave to look up a link without closing the live out. Oh no, I'm sorry. Very dirty belly button. Good Lord. Is it a booger? Says Joseph. Nice. Pre-implant, says Blind Squirrel Rocks. Yeah, right. Pop it, says Kicker. You guys are the best. I love it. And Jeff, is this the Nature Channel baboon and heat or something? Oh, gosh. This is way more fun than panning, you guys. We'll just look at weird stuff through the microscope. This is at 40x, and this is just like this little, conglomerate nugget. And look at this, great minds think alike. I have been biting back that comment, Jeff. Thank you for having less restraint than me. That's what friends are for, Ken. Um, and of course, we have this. I think they make a hemorrhoid cream for that. Haha. Boy, anybody just listening, now would probably have to check the video because, good Lord, what are we even talking about? And intellectual reasoning is here and suggests a precious metal. And thank you so much. I think you need a channel name like Intellectual Reasoning to come up with an answer like that. Thank you. Well timed. Um, Karen's Mutual of Omaha, Wild Kingdom. That's right. And I can just send Steve in, right? Steve will go tackle this baboon or this strange worm that is sticking their tongue out at us or whatever the heck this is. um, all right. Well, Rockin' Willers, Joseph, thank you for hanging out with us, and best of luck with all of the fun stuff that you've got in your shop to play with for sure. And Rufo says, if I was just listening, I would have to pull up the screen to see what's going on, right? Yeah. Like we're just gonna tantalize everybody with like, what in the world? Okay. Good night, love. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a blast having you around, and we love you too. And yeah, here we go. The only one adulting here is intellectual reasoning. I know some of us are not that very good at it. All right. And oh, awesome. Okay, so we are all still being monitored on Joseph's dumb, smart, dumb phone. So not quite leaving. Yes, please monitor us. What was it? I think Allison was the one that was talking about realizing that they were the adult. In the situation that there's got to be an adult watching the situation, and all of a sudden you kind of find out that maybe you are the adult, if it's your kids and stuff. It's a little frightening. And so here we have Dubes coming in, and welcome into the live this evening, Dubes. We are looking at you'd never guess it, but under about 40x under the microscope, we are just looking at this little conglomerate that I found while we were gold panning. Now the thing is that this was like part of the heavies, and it had this metallic flash to it. And at first, because it was super cloudy, I thought that like I was looking at a nugget, because it just, these white bits and the dark bits just looked like they were shadows and highlights instead of being like an actual, different chunks of different stones. And Dubes is Dub. Very good to see you. It's going to be fun to figure out who everybody is. And excellent. And everybody is saying hi. Okay, so what we have here, I actually think one of the shiny bits is shining up at you, and then I had some tweezers around here somewhere where I was going to move this around a little bit so that you guys can see some of the other little chunklets. And I would love for you guys to weigh in on if you think that there's gold in this thing, and if so, what does Karen do with it? Because we did have some of those questions kind of flying by before, with like, go through your sawdust and maybe pan that, or if you tumble some of this material like the quartz that might be ore bearing, then maybe you should tumble the grit that comes out of the tumbler, etc., and so forth. So talk amongst yourselves. I'm grabbing the tweezers here really quick. And just like that, we are back. And so let me see if I can do this. Oh my goodness. It's not very big. You can see that the tweezers are ginormous in comparison. Oh, okay. So there it is. And I'm going to see if I can't roll it around and not lose it. So actually, that little okay, so some of it's shining back at you, but that little, gray bit in the middle was metallic looking. This is I'm just seeing it for the first time, you guys also. And so I thought we would do this together, and, I'm gonna try to get it in focus and let go of it so it's not shaking around like that. Hold on, hold on. Let's get it there. Not quite center, but we can move that over. Oh, my camera's wonky. That's what's going on. Let's turn this bad boy. And that way it's oriented correctly for me to move the right way. Nope. Okay. This feels like Friday all over again. There. Well, that's somewhat in a better place. And so like that little guy right in the middle is let me see if I can get my there we go. Can you guys see my cursor or my hand? Like this guy right here is metallic. But what's interesting too is like some of these little flecks that look kind of more gold are also metallic-y as I move them around. And so I'm wondering if this might be like a cool little nubbin that has some little nuggets in it. And so I'm going to get caught up as we look at this and try to figure out what might happen. And I'm not worried about like money so much as far as like what might be in here, but more like I just would be thrilled to find some gold and then know what to do with it. Or I know what to do with it, like know how to isolate it because what I'm actually thinking of doing it with it is, adding it maybe to some jewelry or something like that. And so I'm just now figuring out that red part is putty. Melissa, that's great. And Ken is saying, Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates. Yeah. And we have Crush It, says that Opal guy. I kind of understand that that's probably what I'm going to have to do. And let's see. Um, let's see, Oraquant. Let's see, I'm going to pull that up instead of just try to read it. It's hard to explain in text, Karen, or quantity matters a lot as well as density of gold in it. And that does make sense. And like I said, I'm not too worried about like, you know, how much or what have you. It's more, I would love to be able to have like some little springlets to use. And so I think I see a fleck of flower gold on the putty. That's possible too. Goodness, like I'm not going through that putty though to try to get it. And so here's an interesting, I don't have experience with this, but I have read that it should be malleable if gold. Maybe see if you can poke a dent in it with a pin. That's a great idea. I like that. And we have an update from Kyle. I'm indulging in 2 popsicles and a Capri Sun. Because it is summer has struck in Corvallis. Yeah. Um, like an adult, of course. I'm washing the Crystal Park material, says Josh. Wow, that sounds exciting. And Ken wants to know if there are adult popsicles. That sounds really good right now, actually. Um, And Rufo is talking about some of the ways. Wow, you are definitely adulting, Rufo. Thank you so much. One way to tell is acids. There are streak and acid tests that you can do, but need a big enough piece, I would imagine. Or you can soak it in acid and remove anything but the quartz and gold and other acid to remove the gold. Okay. And so that's like I'm gonna be needing to play with some acid, it looks like. But I'm not sure that I would extract anything out of this particular nugget. It just has shinies in it, and so I can kind of look at it more and give you guys some updates on it. I'll go ahead and try to like move it around a little bit more for you guys in a second. I was just trying to get caught up on the chat because you guys are all full of it. I want to read every single one of these comments, and then we will turn it a little bit so that you hopefully can see some of the flash, and then we can kind of move on to doing a little bit of panning. And also I've got some of the specimens of rock that we can look at closer in the microscope as well. And so I'll try to roll and scroll. Here we go. Let's see. Yep. That's just a big yep. And I think actually I didn't get too far behind. Sweet as. Okay. You guys are hanging out with dunce caps on? I missed that. um, and that red is putty. Yes. Whoops. And Boots in the house. Good to see you. That comment did scroll there. Wait, the red is putty. My imagination was wrong. Well, shoot, dang. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. No baboons today. But next time on Mutual of Ozonaha, we'll go ahead and see if we can't get you some baboons or something like maybe some spiders or a fly or a squirrel or something. So uh anyways, let's see if we can't move this bad boy around a little bit, and then we will move on. I just wanted to share this with you. And hey, Ken, the one that is the Florida guy, you Captain Ken, I think, as opposed to the spicy Ken. I'm using the lid from your super swank science vessel that you sent me. So it's getting good use. I've totally used it a few times in scientific holding experiments. This guy was hanging out in it. So let's see if I can't. Oh, see, this is why the putty, you guys. I might shoot this across the studio, and then you guys can just sit back and listen to some words that you might need to actually maybe if the mod can hit my mute. This is harder than I thought, especially since I think I have my camera. I should have had my camera on mirror as far as the one that's on the uh oof on the microscope. I can make words and think and try to move a rock all at the same time. And I probably should have some gum to chew. So this is like walking and chewing gum. Yeah, it's hard. I'm kind of just wishing that we could at least get a sparkle of something so that you guys knew what I was imagining, but it's not acquiescing to our requests here. And so we'll probably let this part of the experiment go. And if anything, like I said, I'm going to be creating um, a video for us to watch of this stuff. And so when I get flashes and that sort of thing, it'll be a lot easier for me to kind of isolate, I think, with a film. And then we can kind of go further as far as perhaps if that nugget is even worth having any more fun with other than what we just did. And so Rufo was saying he could go for a frozen margarita. That sounds so good. Somebody bring me one. I would love that. And I'm now putting this little speck back into the fancy science jar, and I'll show you what I'm talking about now. This guy. So there was the putty, but now the little guy is like at the bottom. You can see through it. I just love this. This is so cool. Hey, Ken, if you are next to your keyboard, which it looks like you are, can you tell everybody where this thing came from? Because I think that having kind of an answer to if you want to just temporarily have like micro mount kind of things happening, a little storage answer like this, because it's so shallow, you can totally get to your little micro guy easier. I love it. So I'm gonna look at getting some more of those, and so I can get in and out of it easily, and I know where the thing went. Because if I get any actual nuggets, I want a place to put them. And so that actually cues me to another thing that I kind of wanted to show you guys. And that is, there is a like this kit that you can buy, and I went ahead and suckered into it, buying the gold panning kit. Okay, and so you go ahead and have your chortles at that, but it did come with some pretty good stuff. And Melissa is having a Sierra Nevada with in a frozen pint glass. Oh, you guys are killing me. This is appropriate Sunday drinking. I just have some iced tea. I have the Tangerine Energy Yogi Tea iced. I don't know if any of y'all drink the yogi teas, but the tangerine is so good, and it's like their like energy version. And so I'm probably, like I said, gonna pass out at the end of this here night, or I mean the live stream itself, if not before. And so yeah, a little energy was what I needed. So my kit came with these little guys that you can also put your nuggets in theory. Oh, I need the really big one for the huge nuggets that I found. You see how they're empty. Um, and so it's kind of cool having the little vials. But what I like about this is that, it's way easier to not only observe what's in it through the top, but also to get stuff with tweezers and to put stuff in too. And so, at any rate, if you are making yourself a kit for panning, then make sure that you've got some little vials in which you're going to put your huge and massive nuggets into. And then this kit that I got, and I think I got the specific kit at Big Five, but I think you can get it like, I think that I saw it on Amazon and some other places too. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Just sent me one virtually. Well, cheers and Steinkern to everyone. I should be drinking. Cheers. Okay. And one of the other things that the kit came with that I was actually pretty impressed with is this cool pocket. Uh, uh, I just lost it. They're tweezers, Karen, and then a little lens. And I can't tell. I think it's like maybe a 5. It could even be a 10x. I'm not entirely sure, but you guys can see like, hey, that's pretty good, right? Um, and so look, there's there's this handy to look at right here on my desk. Oh, but it's too slippery. Let's look at another thing. At any rate, just to show you that, like, if you were thinking about getting that particular kit, I'm kind of impressed with the things that it comes with. And so here's a gem that's getting ready to get refaceted, and that's pretty darn good for just like a pocket kit and the free swag that comes with it. And so tweezers with a magnifying glass, super duper cool. I like swags that work like that. And Jackie, you all have better beverages than me. I'm drinking something they call Go Lightly. What in the world is that, Jackie? And welcome in. We're happy to see you this fine Sunday. Tell us more about this terrible thing that you're drinking. And I could put my eye out with that. Warning, the magnifying glass on those tweezers will scratch up real bad and easy. Mine are trashed. Yeah, I kind of figured that. So I'm probably going to make a little bag. Those of you who have ordered jewelry from me know that I love to sew the bags just so that I don't add to the landfill. I make things that are reusable. And so again, if you bought something that got a little drawstring bag, you could always put your magnifying glass tweezers into one of those bags. But yeah, I'll probably sew myself a little bag. Hey, Chris, do you need a bag? I could sew you a little bag for your tweezers. That would be the right size since I know which ones maybe you have. And I'm wondering like how easy that glass might be to replace, or they look like they would be inexpensive enough to replace altogether. But I would love to help you with that, Chris. If you need a bag, I will make you one. No cost. I need to send you a box anyway. I'm terribly behind with that, but thank you for the warning. Yeah, thank you. Lisa also had magnifying glass, checking me the words so that my poor slow brain can try to uptake. um, let's see, and uh, this. I ended up with a vial that I bought that was tinier than my pinky finger. That's probably about right, though. I have these vials that I get the diamond dust and oil in for the faceting. And I do have one that is just about empty, and it is like, I don't know, about that big and probably about the circumference of my pinky. So it sounds like we have the same vial, and I would be hard pressed to fill that with anything, I think. So, like even with high hopes, like that vial should probably be sufficient. Um, and let's see, magnifying plastic, right? Not magnifying glass. Good one, Jeff. So true. And we use those tweezers for picking thread off of quilts. Okay, actually, this is good though. So thank you, Diane, for that tidbit of wise. So if you need one in a pinch, you're thinking like, where could I find one that would be boots on the ground? Like you might not have time to actually get one delivered to you if you're finding yourself with a broken one, a scratched one, but you're driving to your next rock hounding exploit. Maybe going by a quilt shop would help that, because that they might have some on hand. That's actually really really smart. I like that. And let's see. Getting down the comments really quick, and then we'll go to part two. And Jackie says, we don't want to know. I have doctors think, oh, I got it. Ew, I'm sorry. Okay, well, good luck with the doctor then. We're with you. And if you need my gold, you can have all of it, whatever that is. And steal a sock from a baby. What is this? They can't reach you themselves, and mom is unlikely to leave them behind to chase you. Wow, I don't even know what that would be about. I got that far behind. Oh, and I like this one as well. Spot, not the tweezers, but I have the rig that clips onto one's eyeglasses with the flip down lenses. Not nerdy looking at all. Well, not amongst this folk, I don't think, actually, because yeah, kind of like the watchmaker's loop or any of those magnifying glasses that are clip on to your glasses, or even those shoot, I've got one over there, like the magnifying like headband thing. I thought about taking it, and my brother actually was upset that I didn't bring it along because I think we all could have used it, especially afterwards. And so, any of that stuff, don't. It doesn't matter what you look like. Uh, just do you and find gold. Yeah, you'll be laughing at them when you're like, yeah, with my cool glasses I found the gold. So it's all good. um oh, Kyle. Need one in a pinch, a literal tweezer pun. Hey, oh. Thank you. That's great. um Oh, yes. Okay. My goodness, we're never going to get through this. We have these pans, and I better take another drink, and we're going to fill one with another bit of our condensed stuff. I might have to dash and get a couple drops of soap since you guys all like unanimously, you're like, you need soap over there at the campsite. And we'll actually see if we can't swirl around and see some stuff, and we can peer at it at least at 40x and see if we see anything. And you guys can help me with the tappy tappy because I have a third hand now. So we'll do that. But yeah, Steinkerns to you for a moment here. We can do this. Um, Dun 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 dun. Up. Steinkerd. I wonder if there's like a copyright strike to what strange melody I did just sing. Okay, so I should probably move my ball vise out of the way and make room for the pans. Any of you who haven't drank sufficiently on your margaritas or popsicles that are melting, go ahead and do so now. We all want to be ready for this. Bart is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome in. We are about to do some gold panning right here in the Ozone Studios. Who would have ever thought? And so I think we have our camera set up. Let's get this down here and let's get that going. All right. And so if we do this or this and we switch it, haha, then we have a smaller me. Hopefully that's not going to get in, like, I don't want me in our gold. If it gets interesting enough, then I'll just take myself out of the whole thing. How's that? So we'll go back to that. My popsicles don't get a chance to melt, right? That's great. Uh-oh. Hubby just walked in with a 6-pack of Sierra Nevada. Oh, man. I want to be at your house right now. Okay. So here's the rest of the concentrate that we didn't throw out. And looks like I'll probably be able to practice like all of that different tapping. And so I figured we'd like add it to one of the bowls. And you guys were talking about using one of the other bowls or pans. Sorry. They're not cereal bowls, Karen. They're pans. That we'll go ahead and maybe transfer them back and forth a little bit. And so I'll pour this out, and we're gonna use. I'll show you this really quick. Whoa. What did this? Oh my gosh. Let's just do that. Not too much. And so it should be a very manageable amount that we put in the dish. Not too big. So you guys were talking about like fly poop or whatever. It's going to be flour gold and fly poop is, I guess, the deal. And I'm wondering what button scratch up the bottom. Oh, that's right. Thank you so much. Okay, so since I'm here in the studio, should I scratch it with some sandpaper? You guys want a thrill and watch me do that? Oh my gosh, a little water came out of here. I was so excited that it's a squirt. Okay, so we'll just put that down. And what do you guys think? I have 600 sandpaper like within arm's reach. Is if that's doable, that's what I'm gonna do. Um, if it's doable, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, not terribly redundant. And so I'm grabbing that, and then I'm supposed to grab some soap too, right? Uh, hope it all gives useful info, Jackie. Huh. I missed what maybe that was about. Rufo says lightly, a fine grit sandpaper like 200 is good. Don't make deep scratches, right? Because it would hold bits of gold, right? And so 600 sounds like super good. That's like my jewelry go-to sandpaper. I've got the gritty little wheels for all the rest of the stuff. And then if I have to hand judge something, then I usually use 600. So I think that that's what we're into. Oh my gosh. Oh, Josh, thank you so much. We got the gold and the Steinkerns here. Thank you. And you get to ring the bell. Hopefully I didn't just break anybody's speakers there. Sorry about that. That was like super enthusiastic, wasn't it? Whoa. Okay. We did ring that bell. Continue this really super important conversation. And I'm going to grab that sandpaper really quick. I said really quick. Okay, so let's get back to this thing. And this is the sandpaper, and it is probably plenty fine. And thanks again, Josh. You're the best. Golds to you. And let's see, I'm just making sure that this is okay. Eyeglass lenses are hand-free. Raise and lower without touching them. Oh, that would be really cool, huh? Okay, so sorry. So the eyeglass lenses are hands-free, which is good, but you need like the raising and lowering them. No normie will dare say anything. Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, like that's a good point. Is for one thing, you don't have to have any place to put them, because I did take the little magnifying glass out quite a bit, and I kept on putting it back in my pocket, which also had my phone in it, and I was hoping they weren't scratching each other. And so that was awesome. Put a little silicon carbide up in there like a 500 and swirl it around for a minute. I don't have that. I'm not a tumbler yet. So I gotta like catch up to the cool kids on that. Yes, sing, bowl, sing. Yes, Chris. And coarse grit, like Curry said, I just tap my finger to her dry or soap and rinse my finger. Oh, okay. So, right, just a little bit for the surface tension, because I did come home and I watched a couple more videos, and so yeah, I know I need to catch up on that. And and everybody, Tomcat Josh did change the name. So yeah, it is kind of hard to find the channel, but I think something really good is going to happen on your channel soon because of that meetup that you did with Jeff and Kate. So looking forward to that. And all right, we're going to do this. So I do have some of this sand in here, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in that one. Hopefully that's not too obnoxious. And we're going to sand this bad boy. And then when we're done with this one, we'll go ahead and sand the other one. Not that this is like really super interesting material for you guys, but maybe this does help Joseph or anybody else who's getting ready to season their gold panning pans, because I didn't know, but it makes so much sense. And so we're just adding like the teeny weeniest little scratches here, which I would imagine is exactly what we want to be doing. So I'm just going to work it up all the way on the top. And so I guess there's these bowls. The plastic probably has some oil to it. I did kind of get from another video, and y'all can go ahead and toss in your whys as to also whatever. But you know what's really nice about this is it doesn't make me look like quite such a noob anymore, because they were so spanking clean and new when we like rolled up on the spot. And there were a couple people there. One dude did talk to us even. We weren't that scary looking that he didn't want to talk to us at all. And so but I'm sure he was noting how very, very new. He was like, had been the president of some club that gold dug. So anyway, interesting. So Dubes says digital microscope is my favorite way. Probably I'm imagining to spy on your finds, so that's probably a good thing. Tried to find some gold here, nothing so far in your pan. Okay, good to know. Edge of my seat, says Chris. Yeah, right. This is riveting television. Yeah, you're getting your money's worth here, right? And let's see. New to this, good. So many of us are. And it's super cool that we can all kind of learn together. Yes, lots of tiny light circles is good. If you see cut looking deep scratches, you went too hard. Okay. And so I'll try to take it easy. And like poser skateboarders scraping their decks on the curb. Right. This is how many 50/50s I did. Yeah, those real slides. Oh, yes. Like trying to ding up your trucks and all that. I just use sand when I am at the panning spot. You know what, Manny, that would have been so smart. Whoops, wait. I'm going back to this first. Yes, that would have been smart had we known to do it. We missed that email. So the next time we have sand that we can rub this stuff on that isn't like actual concentrate, then maybe we'll do a little bit of that swirling as well. But that's a super good tip. I hope everybody that's out there is learning lots. And then coming back down to this one, my first pan I got over seasoned, and I used garnets and quartz sand to rough up the bottom. The garnets cut into the plastic deep. Got it. Okay, so we don't need to do that. All right. And so here I'm going to go ahead and add some water to this one because there's the concentrate in here, and then I'll pour it out and then season it. How's that, you guys? Because it's kind of too late right now. It's sort of wet. And so here goes nothing. We're going to pour this in, and there's the little straw. And so you guys were talking a little bit about the snufferins and snufferin succotash. And this is what you're supposed to do is suck it up with the little straw. Now I've got some of the concentrate here in the bottle, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse that out really quick. And metal versus plastic gold pans. This is great. Yeah, what about that? What about that, guys? Huh. And while you guys query over that, we'll do this. And this, for those of you just listening, was me concentrating on concentrating the concentrate by swilling out the little holder of the snuffer with some water from a water bottle to try to get all that sand out of there. And if you guys, if there are folks out there that know methods that are better than the things that I'm doing, please help us. Help us with your whys, because that's why we're doing this. We're totally trying to use some group wisdom here and get better faster. And since we are just coming on to some of the good season for this, I'm sure that a lot of folks are heading out to do this as well. And so thank you for the query there, dubs. And we have this suggestion: take off the top cover with your thumb, shake, and then dump cons into tray. Yeah, that probably sounds like a super smart way to do it. And then we have a little story here. When I was a noob 4 years ago and saw a video on seasoning a pan, I did it at the river, not knowing it was full of garnets, and pushed too hard. Got it way too hard. Learned you don't need to push the gravel in. All right. So thank you for that, Wise. And we have from Jeff, suck the water back up in it and put your thumb over the top and shake and then pour it out. Also, super duper smart. Had I not taken the entire nozzle off, yes. So I will do that next time, Jeff. That was like so smart that I did it some other way, just to show that I wasn't concentrating enough. Complete concentration, right? Right, Tomcat? That's what you do after, what you do with the heavies that you suggested. You end up doing stuff like what I just did. And yes, Rufotris Kid Curry did have a good tip on how to drain the snuffer. And so I'm going to put that up there one more time. Take off the top cover with your thumb, shake, and then dump concentrate into tray. It's just so rational. Intellectual reasoning should be writing this down and thumbs upping. Thank you so much. It is school. Shaking the snuffer before pouring it out also makes an abundance of sense. And I did realize that after. Hey, Bob, what's up with 65? You and I were both on that. That was hilarious, like 2 guesses in a row, and we didn't win at all. And if I had one with 65 the second time, I was just gonna give it to you, because it just wouldn't have been fair if I snatched up your number twice. That was over at Kyle's. There was some incredibly generous giving that happened if y'all missed it. A jet dry is a nice idea too. I did hear about this. So I'm going to get a bit of soap on my finger here in a second. Draining that snuffer right now. Yeah, we got lyrics going on. All right. And cheers again. I'm trying to stay hydrated. You guys, like it, you have me having to keep up with you guys tonight. This is a great chat. All right. And so let's take this bad boy down. So do I need the soap right now? I think I do. And so just a second, talk amongst yourselves about jet dry and soap and how to get stuff out of snuffer bottles, and I'll be right back. Okay, did you guys hear that? You didn't? That was my dogs not barking when I went out the door, because they're so tired from the whole week of being out and about and camping and running around and goal panning and taking them all over the place, that they're too tired to bark right now. That's how sad that is. Okay, so I've got a little bit of soap, and actually This is already kind of watered down because it's what I use when I'm doing my here we go. When I'm doing washing of jewelry, and so it's not like the full test, so that I have to wash soap suds out of my um, bezels and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, Tiger Eye, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Ring my bell. Here we go. Hopefully that's not a strike. All right, here we go. All right, thank you. Thank you. Good night. It's like a concert in a bowl. Two pans in one. All right. So here we are. Thanks again, Tiger Eye. That is so generous. I really, really appreciate not only you, but everybody who is lending all of this advice. I hope that everybody out there that it's about to pan is getting some of this good stuff. And Chris, yeah, sing, bowl, sing. Oh, we gotta love it. We gotta love it. I'm gonna put this up here one more time. I gotta make sure that it's got a star on it. And once again, thanks again. You are awesome, Tiger Eye. Now, Tiger Eye, wouldn't it be so cool if there was some gold in here so I could add it to the jewelry? Little flecks of gold on there. So let's get to it. Thanks again. And it looks like Jenny is off going into the wild gold yonder, hopefully, or just having dinner or whatever it is. So Rufo is here saying I was rereading his comment and it disappeared, but didn't say like I usually see. Haha. Oh, okay. Thought there was going to be something about the comment, but all right, just scrolling down to make sure I didn't miss anything while we were getting soap. And did we have a did we have a something go by as far as comments go? Interesting. Okie dokie. Safe word. I like this. Wait, and that too. I like that too. Derp-de-dur. Safe word. Fly poop. Fly poop. It's a good safe word. You can say that to Joseph. You know, if it's time to wrap it up, if you've been in the yoga position too long, you can wrap it up with fly poop. Okay. So, what we were involved with last time, boy, that looks cloudy, like there was too much soap. But then we'll just deal with bubbles like we did last time. So we were getting the material all in one place, and then we need to tappy, right? And I was watching a video that somebody had recommended. It could have been Rufotris. Let's get it all down in the bottom there. See, it's lining up with my tapping that I was doing on the other side. Oh, I wonder if I need to do the little reverse thing to. I don't think I can though. Oh, darn it. Okay, sorry if this isn't in very good focus. But what I did see, so the swirling, you're not supposed to do a whole bunch of swirling because it just drags all the heavies along with it anyway. And I'm sure we've got plenty of lights along with this little experiment, because guess what? I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So yeah, it's quite cloudy in this light. Can you see that okay? Do we have too much light? Is too much light a bad thing? We can bring the light down a bit. Is that better, you guys, or worse? Let me know. Weigh in. And then you guys didn't weigh in on plastic gold pan or metal gold pan either. We'd love to know. And so we have gemology times mineralogy. Oh, gemology, nah. Mineralogy, yes, I see. That is a definite vote over here for that. And let's see. Melissa says, "You've made me be interested in at least three things I never cared about before, Karen, by doing this stuff." Oh dear. It's like watching Behind the Music on VH1, suddenly finding Alanis Morissette captivating. What have I done? The damage is real. Sorry, Melissa. Hopefully that's okay. And Sierra Rock Hounders is saying Lurkers Rock. I agree. All of you that lurk and work, regular soap isn't the best choice. Need a dedicated um, surfactant. Watch for floating gold, says Dubes. Thank you. I appreciate that bit of knowledge. And so it's the better thing would be the oh, what's the thing that you guys were talking about before? I'm sure you will put it in the chat again. But the other thing that wasn't soap that was mentioned. Where's my brain? Somebody help me. Okay. Thank you so much for that. And while we wait, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I really, really appreciate that. And Mom is here. She made it, everybody. I hope that you're saying hi to Judy, Mom. I'm so happy that you made it, Mom. I'm sorry that I didn't send you a message. I did try to call you a couple times today, though. You probably were sleeping, which is good. It's something that we all should do. And so happy. And here I'm scrolling down, and everybody is, in fact, saying hi to Mom. And thank you guys so much for that. And what do the old timers prefer? I would love to hear about plastic or metal gold pans. And I did take it as a compliment in the highest order, no matter how it was being dispensed, believe me. It's yeah. I'd definitely rather choose to think that that was a high compliment for sure. Jet Dry, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for putting things into my brain that I need. And let's see, Rob's videos on gold panning. I am not entirely sure I have seen Rob's in particular, but I did see some on trying to get the gold and black dirt separated because I was not doing that well at all. In fact, I think if I had gold, I probably threw it back in the river. Meowdy. Right, meow. Kyle. Excellent. All right. So, Rufo, we're sad that you have to say goodbye and good night as well. And we will definitely look forward to spending more time with you, guiding us in the right direction for this gold panning thing. And thank you for being here very much. And quality time with your wife. Congratulations again, buddy, to both Mr. and Mrs. Rufo Tris Rooted Rockhound. It's so exciting to be able to say that. So congrats again, and thanks for joining, and we will see you on the flip. And let's see. Let's do this thing. You got to keep them separated. Am I getting a strike for that as well? Okay, so I got stuff at the top of the pan here, and they make it look so simple, but they were saying that if you tap up towards the top of the pan, that it will make the heavies go up towards the top, and then you get like the smile or the halo of the heavies. And I've got stuff up there, but I think that it's probably just the sand. And I did the swirl like you're not supposed to do. Um, and the water has to be up there while you're doing it. You have to have it tilted, but water has to be there. And so we'll do that again. The reflection is terrible. I wonder if I turn the light. Oh, the reflection is from the window. Sorry, you guys. You need to talk to the sun to have it go down, because I can't really control that light coming through the window, and it's definitely messing with what you guys get to see. And so Karen, that song instantly came to mind, right? Well, you guys can thank, who was it? Kid Curry for that. He was the one that did that. Um, and see, we have this over here. Klesh Gold Review is a good site to learn how to pan. I was looking at some of the Klesh stuff as well. Thank you. And whoa. It's one thing to look at a raw crystal and identify it, but cut and polished gem is a little trickier to positively ID. This is where my background in synthetic materials comes in. I hope so too. That's super cool. And I agree with you a bunch. And that probably has something to do with that gemology and mineralogy comment back there. It is hard once you have a cut stone for sure, unless there's like some telltales inside, like inclusions and whatnot. Very cool. I think this is funny, corrupt instead of correct. I got you there. I totally hear you. And we need to turn it down. Yelling at the sun. Kyle, that's great. Okay, so here we have more suggestion. The opposite side of where you are tapping should be a tiny bit lower than where you are tapping. Okay, the opposite side of where I am tapping should be a tiny bit lower. And maybe to the opposite side. Because we're just seeing sand right now. This is how I felt when I was at the river, and I probably have maybe too much water in here too. So let's like get all of the stuff over there again. And sorry about the murky water. We're just gonna get everything over there. And I mean, I watched him do this a couple times, where they kind of got everything together. It's like there's a heavy version of what's in my bowl and a lighter version of what's in my bowl. Is that good, you guys? See that? Like everything kind of spreading out and they're splitting in half like that. What does that mean? What does it mean? It's like a double rainbow or a triple rainbow. What does it mean? Oh. You guys are so happy that you weren't with me when I was actually there at the river. I don't know, there might have been, you guys at least would have been amused, I believe. Let's see, we have over here, I recommend Vogus Prospecting for real life panning and other prospecting tips, and Miller Prospecting for gold dirt reviews. All right, excellent. Yeah, I heard about the Miller Prospecting one. I think Vogus might have come up a few times when I was just, doing searches, and probably watched some of that as well. Wasn't paying as much of the attention as I should. And so when I go back and go through this stuff, I said I was going to do this for the last video and just didn't have time while I was getting ready today. We literally just rolled in yesterday evening and here we are. And so I will put links into the description of this video of videos that I found useful, and we'll go on out. From there. Klesh is good, but got a shout out to Mr. Dan Hurd. And I do like Mr. Dan Hurd as well. We had him on the podcast, and what a hoot he was. Super, super cool dude. So yeah, got a double shout out the Dan the man. And did watch some of those videos as well. Just did not have enough time to do as much as I needed. And gold pay dirt from Kraken Agate is a suggestion. Thank you, Kraken Agate. Whoa, Kraken Agate. Thank you for the suggestion for the pay dirt. I know a lot of people that you can play from home. All you have to do is buy the pay dirt. You don't have to go to the river. And in that regards, how many rivers are you allowed to go and pan in that aren't claimed out, that for sure it's okay for you to be there? And so definitely check where you're going, and before you bring out your gear, check to see if A, you're claim jumping, and B, if you're allowed to be there and do the panning at all, which we did both of course. So make sure that you're not claim jumping. You don't want any of that. Okay, so I'm gonna pour a little bit of this yucky water out and replace it with some fresher water. And hopefully that will leave just enough of the soap in there too, because I think I overdid it. Okay. And we're working on the sun going down. So how much water is good? Do we just need about that much? Does that help our cause? Seems like there's a whole lot less floating going on. That might be a lot better. Lesby Rockin' is saying that you guys see floaters. Is floaters good in this case? And do you have soap in there? You got floaters. AL Gold Prospecting is here. Hey, thanks for coming. And I did add some soap in there. So what does that mean? Are the floaters okay? Is that gold floating? Is asking Melissa. And fun fact, Kyle, let's go ahead and put that up. Keeps gold pans in his truck. Okay, good to know. I think that that's going to be my jam as well from here on out. And I'm trying to search down to make sure that I'm not missing any of your fabulous nuggets of wisdom. And you guys are seeing floaters, which means that I apparently don't have enough soap or something in there, huh? Because, yeah, I'm seeing that now too. Oh, dear. And Soul is looking for a link. Hopefully we can get that going on. And we need to get Dan back on the podcast. We totally do. And so maybe I need to reach out and ask him if he'd be willing to come for like maybe a very specific, like a family special, the gold special edition. Because we kind of talked about everything, and I think we even tangented a lot on some of the other claims that Dan has, which basically you can let Dan meander through all the fun, and he's good for all sorts of wonderful chattings. And so yeah, definitely need to do that. And Kyle, I would love it if you'd come on for that too. And Kyle, anytime actually. Kyle, come back. Keeping on going down the chat now that I'm pretty far behind. You guys are definitely talking about the different channels that are super, super awesome. And Dubes is suggesting the Bureau of Land Management website for making sure that you are not on somebody's claim. And that's exactly how we found out where we could be. And Ken is beat. So good evening. And thank you so much for joining us, Ken. It was a blast as always. And we'll have more gold nuggety goodness for a replay later, perhaps. And buys pay dirt, puts in a river, then takes back out to make it feel like I actually found gold. Am I doing it right? I like that. I might have to bring the seed gold with me to the river the next time. Gold flirting. That sounds floating. I see. Yes, good old correct. You gotta love it. And scrolling down because I'm woefully behind, and hopefully I'm not missing anything super duper important. And Jeff is asking why YouTube sucks sometimes. Boy, I got some rich answers to that I won't deal with right now. Sub dubbed it dubbed. Sub a dub, you guys. Sub dub for sure. And here we are. So we were talking about tapping, and maybe a little bit lower down was the suggestion. I know that the water needs to be in that side, but I also need to tilt it. And so I'm tapping and I'm tilting and I'm a picking and a grinning and I see the floaters like crazy now. I'm not doing it right because it's all still up there. Um, You guys, I did see the comment the last time where somebody was like, "Are you like shaking your screen for Karen?" That was pretty good. I'm sure, like, because I'm doing this with my left hand, I'm like totally flummoxed. So I'm gonna change hands, and maybe that is gonna be the happy way to do it. And then I'm wondering if I don't have enough water in here because I'm trying to keep water over there but tilt it. How do you do that? I guess you definitely need enough water. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this, and you guys are super patient for, you're still here. So congratulations. You have passed that test, whatever that test is. Um, Adding a little bit more water to it, and Bob's Rocks agrees. I needed some more water. And so let's, we've got that. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. And is that, yeah, that's like way better. Okay. And so I'm just doing this part. And shouldn't it be, am I attracting all the heavies over here? And in that regard, sort of doing it wrong? Or do I have some of the heavy swelling to the middle now? And then you do this sort of thing a little bit, right? And see if there's, wouldn't that be so cool if those like little gold thingies up there in the corner are nuggets? Wouldn't that be the neatest thing? Like little itty bitty nuggets? I don't think so though. Okay. And practice. It takes a while to figure out what you are trying to do. Yeah, like while I swill a whole bunch of it to the bottom. Tap it like you mean it. Bob. I know I'm like doing these little pitter pat taps. Like, come on, you need to like thunk that bad boy. Oh boy, I don't know what I'm doing. Kind of pound instead of shake. Okay, all right. Chris Steinkern, thank you so much. I sort of needed to hear that just then. Everybody delight in watching me learn something really super slowly on, in real time. Like, oh, Karen. Oh, poor Karen. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, Steinkerns all the way around. I could buy you all around right now. You deserve it for watching this. Hee hee. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of, one of the coolest things that I saw on the video that I was watching was that they took the same pan over and over again and found that same gold over and over again as like the tutorial. And like obviously this isn't that, but like I would love to be able to, I was thinking about like putting lead shot in here or something like that. So I always could see like where the heavy stuff was and then learn how to swill it right. You know what I mean? So has anybody done that? Is that necessary to do? Okay, I'm really shaking it now. Teeth gritted and everything. And it seems to like all become, oh wait, maybe is that what I wanted to do? But you see, there's still, I have this sandbar. So where are the heavies now? um let's see. Oh, we still don't know. We still don't know. Everybody's kind of going back and forth. Um when I look at it, wouldn't that be so funny if that little Cheeto right up there at the top was like this huge nugget, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, Karen just found gold right here and like on the YouTube channel." Wouldn't that be so cool? But I just really don't think that that Cheeto is anything. Concentration voice. Yeah, right? Urgh. Watch Karen, like, start really getting way too into it. Um, yeah, so I guess one thing that we could do here, quickly, is to just kinda look what's at the top of this. Whoa. And what I was trying to do, whoever I was watching said, "Make some green space." So that, like, when you're separating everything, separate. Um, oh no, I don't know what's going on there. That oh, maybe there's some black stuff at the top. Maybe that actually worked. Did that actually work? Look at that, like, this kind of, like, sort of blackish at the top. What I thought we would do is look at the sand under the microscope here really quick, and then, maybe maybe, we, have a part 3 to this, uh, debacle, with me practicing a little bit more, since I not only have these sands that are in this concentrate to play with, you guys, but I also have a lot of sand on the beach. And so I can literally practice, practice, practice. I don't think that the beach that I'm at is known for having any ore bearing sand. I'm gonna consolidate this one more time just for your viewing pleasure, and then we'll shake it one more time to try to make the heavies go together, and we'll look at it underneath the microscope and see if there's any like gold nuggets there that we get to see today. And then otherwise, we'll definitely have some fun to be continued stuff. And so I'm gonna grit my teeth and I'm gonna really sort of shake it with a little bit of commitment daintily. And it looks like it's all really just spreading out. um, and like some heavies are like sagging towards the bottom there now too. Um, so boy, is this ever fun? Won't the learning curve be great? So there is some sort of dark material up there at the top, and that's what we're gonna go ahead and spy on. When you, whoop, I don't want to wash that away. Dun, 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 dun. Trying to get this, the reason why I'm building it up is I'm trying to get it high enough for our microscope. And there's a bunch of floaties. You guys are right. And so, like, the flower gold can float is what you guys are saying, right? And when they were saying flower gold, I thought they meant like flowers, like in a field, like some spring flowers. They're like petals. They're like little flower petals, and I guess that more is like flower, like small itty bitty bits of flour, like the kind that you would bake with. So let's see if we can't get this up. I think I ruined the light on it. Let's see what it wants to do. Okay, it's looking at something. Let's see what it's looking at. And we'll get it into focus. Whoops. Dun, dun. And what are we looking at? That's the side. There's probably some grit in there somewhere. Might not be high enough yet. Let's see. We're too high. Bring it into focus. We're gonna see this. Don't worry. We think. It looks like the side. Are we that far over? that into focus. There's some grit. There we are. Okay, we're there. So exciting. Can you guys even wait? Oh, it's just a little bit too far away still. So we're going to get one more riser on here. Do not fret. It's going to be okay. There we are. Shh. Bring that on there. Oh, there we go. You know, and I'm seeing things glittering at me. You guys. There might be gold in there. What are we going to do? Okay, just not quite still. Oh, maybe if I do this. Hello. That's helpful. All right. That's where my brain is at. Oh, we're so close. We need to just be a little bit higher. Yep, I said it out loud. As she starts ditching a bunch of stuff through the gallery. Oh, see, I see like probably just mica, but like there's something shining in that little arc. I'll try to get that where that's working a little bit better. We got the water swirling through because what I just put on is not exactly level. Awesome. Awesome. And let's see. That's going the wrong way. We want to go this way. There we go. There's our sand. So hard to hard to see if we got nugs, huh? All right. Panning gold is not easy, but I do want to try it again. So Tyler, or rather Travis, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, and not only is it not easy to do, but yeah, it's borderline confounding right now. Like get the hang of it, but I'm sure all those guys in the videos make it look so easy. Oh no, see, like not a dunce. we're not wearing dunce caps, are we? Like I thought flower, right? Like that's the first thing that came to my mind. It makes sense. But hey, high five. We're not the only ones. And let's see. I need the self-rising bread flour. Yes. I so certainly do. And definitely this right here, Chris, sending prayers up to those in the hurricane path and safe travels, Jeff, definitely uh for all y'all in that neck of the woods, for sure. And where's the Cheeto? Right. I need to find the Cheeto, huh? I will, Jennifer. That'll be my next exploit now that we found the sand. And we'll move it around a little bit so that if there's glimmers, then we can see them together. And if you see something, then I want you to yell at me in the chat, stop in all capital letters, and we'll go ahead and try to find it together because I can move with this. I can either put the exposure box up and put it in the square, or hover over it with the hand. You can talk to the hand. And so we'll do a little bit of searching here for a second. And Jeff is saying pay dirt is going to be one of my next purchases. I will definitely do a video when you pan it. Awesome. Looking forward to that. I think that this little gold itch will ignite through the community a bit. I have to admit, Tomcat was the one really, you were looking at some of the gold panning stuff at, I think it might have been one of the rock shows, Eugene or something. And I was going, I want to try that. And we're going to be going down south to a place where we can. I'm going to get some stuff. And so I kind of went a little crazy already, and I haven't even found anything. To the experts. Oh, this is a good question. Awesome, awesome, awesome. To the expert, is the gold color of panned gold, comma, um, is it like 18 karat or more like 22 karat? What's the color? Does it have color? And actually, somebody was talking about this in the chat before when we were doing the live stream from camping. They were saying that I think it was Dan Hurd was finding some gold that had kind of like a black tint to it. So the black pans might not be the best because you might miss the what just looks black. And so that's a great question. Looking forward to if folks have some answers there. And let's be rocking, panning for gold and hunting for geodes and arrowheads. Your least favorites because I can't find them. I hear that. Yeah, it's almost like it's the gold ring in the merry-go-round or the you know it's that. It's the unobtainium, the non-obtainium. And Jeff is saying, I have been watching gold content for years, more than 15 years, just never have done any panning and been a rock hound for a year and a half. Yeah. And so it's interesting. Same here. Like I've watched some of the videos, but I didn't like watch them like I was learning. I was watching them for entertainment, if anything, just having a good time seeing what they were up to. And I should have been paying attention. And so I guess, what we can do here, I'm panning around panning the pan a bit, kind of learning which direction I want to go in. Like, I think that this stuff up here were more the heavies, but you can see I have a real mixed batch of some black sand and some colorful sand. So I haven't moved the lights like enough. And so I'm moving us, I think, out of the realm. I'm really not sure even what we're looking at. Oh yeah, Allison and meteorites, right? Very much so a difficult thing to be into trying to find, just because your odds aren't just super spectacular for sure. Oh, that's making it difficult for me to move that direction. But I want to go over there. And I really haven't seen anything that shouts out to me like, "Hey, I'm gold." But look, there's more of the black sand over here. I think I moved at least sort of the heavy black stuff over this way more. I obviously didn't have a really super great whatever you call it when you try to separate the stuff. And again, maybe the light isn't working too much for our benefit to see any kind of flashiness. And so what we'll do is just pan in. All this panning for panning. Zoom more accurately. And have a look. You guys, I'm a real big dork because I really like looking at sand underneath the microscope. And so now we're into the realm of what I find interesting anyway. Like, see that little nugget? I'm gonna put that might be just like catching light, or it might be something, but I would never know what to do with it. This little guy here. Is that like shining back at us? Is that like a smiley little teeny weeny itty bitty nug? Maybe, maybe. What do you guys think? And floaters are bad, says Lisa. and only tiny gold floats. And I'm just reading up the chat a little bit as far as finding out what we're looking at. All right, not sure. So we're gonna pan the pan and just look. We're panning the pan and looking at the sand. So poetic. But I mean, I don't know, you guys. This sort of thing right here is kind of neat anyway. Look at like the all the different teeny weeny minerals that we have here represented. Okay, so what's this guy over here? What's that? Does anybody know? That looks guilty of being like kind of wonky, like strange shaped and weird. Like it could be like a little teeny weeny itty bitty piece of gold nug. So definitely has color. All right. Kid Curry is back. Definitely has a color. It will be gold. Shiny, buried gold coins will still be really shiny. Okay. I like knowing that. And it doesn't oxidize. Yep. You know, while we're looking at the sand, one of the interesting things about working with gold, if you are mixing, say, gold and silver in your jewelry, is that gold. See, here it is again. I'm putting it right in the middle of the square. Like, there's that. What's that? What's that right there? It's really gold. Tip, tip, tip. Arrows right on it. What's that? What's that? Okay, I'm gonna keep on going around. What's cool is that we found it twice, and so it caught my eye twice. Are my eyes doing the right thing, or are my eyes like being terribly deceptive, and I need to wash them with the soap? Um, And just if we bring the big microscope along with us, maybe I can just, look at each pan under the microscope. See, there's some floaters right there being floaty. So I think I'm out of the good range here. We're getting into the sparse lights, I think. So we'll move the pan back a way that we didn't come. Whoa, moving too fast. I'll go this way. And look at these sands. You never thought sand would be like this is when I should have some of that ambient music on, huh? While we just watch like we're all rock hounding together. We're micro rock hounding together. We're trying to find the gold in the pan. This is like walking along the beach trying to find what might be there that's good. And while you guys look actually I'm going to give you a better bit of sand to look at. We'll move back up here. Hopefully I'm not moving too fast and missing stuff. You guys know what I'm going to be doing. Oh, that's very shiny. Look at that. See that emblazed thing? Like, okay, so this thing right here, I'm not doing that. That is like scorching the camera. The camera can't even handle whatever that is. And so that might actually be something. I thought it was going to be gold, but that's shining so hard that the camera can't take it. So I'm going to catch up on the comments, and you guys can weigh in on what you think that crazy thing is. I got a UFO in my bowl, guys, in my pan. Keep on calling it a bowl. I just want cereal in it. That's why. Let's see. We've got some links going on here. That's awesome. We've got some cool pocket knife banter going on. Very cool. It can have impurities. Okay, so included in the iron will look rusty, but gold will be shiny like rust in spots. Okay, sounds good. Oh yeah, giant microscope won't look nerdy at all. I know, like unloading our stuff at the camp spot, and yeah, we've got like this whole lab. Not nerdy. You're feeling super good about your like clip-on lenses at that point spot. I'm gonna make you look like you're like the coolest cat in town. Yeah, probably mica flash. I'm thinking also, Melissa, but could get more Twitter pated over gold if that was what it wanted to be. Kid also thinking it could be mica or pyrite. Yeah, everybody's weighing in on the pyrite or the mica rather. Uh-huh. People really side-eyeing her out on the river with a microscope. And just a touch, Chris. Yeah, and, like, can you imagine the equipment that I would have to be hauling to make sure that this, instrument gets down there, without getting bumped too much or too dusty? Oh, dear. My engineer, um, scientist dad would be writhing, I think, right now, thinking of that possibility. He would definitely think I was insane. What I think is really neat is that it seems like there's a lot of, um, green tinted, and so if we've got, like, see, there's our little piece of mica or what have you. Oh, and there we're getting another angle on it. Huh. Yeah, betting that's mica. Looks very geometric though. That's kind of neat. I'm gonna have to suss that out with the naked eye and get a better look at what it is because it's angling so hard. It's hard to know. But what I was saying is, in a lot of the beach sands, we have. The peridot and the garnet, of course, and some really neat minerals to find and isolate. Just gorgeous colors of minerals. And again, you guys have maybe seen that guy that does the cool pictures with a um, like a bee that has like a tiny garnet in its hands, or a butterfly with a garnet on its wings. And that is a person that actually takes those pictures of beach sand very close to where we got this sand. But this is not off the beach, this is river sand. So not finding a whole lot of gold in here that's obviously overtly gold, but, again, I think I was kinda moving it around wrong. There's our little, uh, piece of something that was catching the light right there. So we're kinda back around to that, and I think I wanna go up here really quick, and we'll take one last little look at this stuff. Here's where a lot more of the thickness of stuff is, and maybe more of the heavy stuff. You see these big black guys. And are those big black chunklets, are they maybe the iron or any like what is black sand? Is it um magnesite? Magnetite? What are we looking at here? Anybody know what the black sand is? I know it's heavy. I know that's what we want to be seeing. I think we probably should have been up here the whole time. This is actually where I think I put all of that better stuff, the more better stuff up here. Big pile of, there's something gold. Which way am I going? Going away from it. It's exactly counterintuitive. So if I do that, trying to put it right in the center there. Right in the center almost. What's that? That's kind of gold. And even that right there too. That's kind of interesting. Got that pinpointed. What do you think? Is that just the way that the light's hitting that stuff? That's kind of more copper color, but that's awfully yellow. Um, Gold, huh? You think, Sonia? Wouldn't that be cool? Did we just find gold together? You guys, my first piece of gold that I would ever have found, if that actually ends up being gold, I found with all of you guys. How exciting would that be? I want that to be the case. Um, okay, I'm looking back at the chat here really quick because I super duper lost track of it because we were looking through that. Oh, and Kyle is saying that you have one of those photos. Those are so cool, aren't they, Kyle? I love those. The ants that mine garnets. Yeah, there's that too. And actually, the ants move sunstones. That's one of the ways that you can kind of see where more of the sunstones are in the desert, in the rabbit hills as well. And he includes the sand with the photo. That is so cool. Kyle, that is so awesome that you have one. I love that so much. Um, and it is magnetite. Okay, thank you. Also, here comes Kyle with all the good answers. I love it. Thank you. And dude, I might see you tomorrow. I'm kind of hopefully planning on that. And garnets will stick to magnets sometimes. That's so interesting. Can I grab it? Oh, I don't know. See, what's interesting about this right now is my microscope is scoping on a region and it's not very specific. I can probably put a pointer at it and maybe leave that. Shoot, how am I going to do that? Uh, and Kyle's just listening and working, but yeah. And inputting too. You have some good stuff. The gold should be concentrated with the black sand. So if you made lines, the black sand and gold would be the heaviest, right? So when you tap, 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 you're trying to pull the stuff on the bottom to the head. And I saw that. And so I kind of obviously gave up on this time. And we were just looking at the sand kid, which I understand you probably also understand. And so we're kind of looking because I couldn't get all that black sand to hang out together. That's why we're kind of looking at everything together in a jambalaya. And so, in theory, kid, if I keep on swirling and try to get all this together again and tap tap tap, I could possibly get that like black sand halo with the potential gold together at the top, and this guy would be with it, right? So I should probably do it all over again type thing. Um, and so, okay, so Kyle's got like a stone cairn with his sand. That sounds really super cool. Um, and Kid Curry is having a hard time getting his phone to say something. That's funny. Um, Tappy, tappy, tappy instead of happy. Got it. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is actually try that over again. Hey, Randy. Franklin. Okay, cool. I'm glad that you could join us. We're sort of looking at some gold panning again, and Karen's sort of trying to get it together so that I can find stuff. And right there, we thought maybe that could be something of gold, but I couldn't get my black sand and my gold to separate. That's why we have all this like jambalaya that we're looking at as far as sand goes. Karen's going to practice. I'm going to reconcentrate, which sounds like a mantra for me anyway. That I just like my brain needs to reconcentrate completely, and I'll go ahead and tappy tappy, not happy happy until I get happy happy because there's a nuggy nuggy. I just said that. I did. Oh my goodness. It might be that time, you guys. If I just said that, then who knows what I'm capable of saying next. And I did actually one of the things that I was doing while you guys were over at Kyle's today, I was having some fun of my own. I was trying to get uh, some jewelry done, and yeah, Melissa's still here. I was gonna either share this with Melissa and everybody over on the Discord or just do this anyway. Okay, so I'm talking slowly because I'm buying myself a little bit of time here. Um, Because I can't, I have to find it, of course. And I should have had it ready, but we'll go ahead and pull that up and discussing amongst yourselves for just 1 second. This is something that I did while you guys were purchasing things at Kyle's. I was working. And so now I need to share the screen. Mhm. And it's coming, you guys. There, do it. There it is. So this is a piece of the chalcedony that we just got from Gemfields. And you guys saw as we've been going through these lives, we've been going through some of the material, getting it slabbed and cabbed. And I made that ring that I showed you on the live stream before last. And so this is the next one up. There's like the reflection of the tree that I'm under. Like it takes a shine like crazy. And so this is one of the pieces that has like the lavender and the reds and some pretty like sunset colors shooting through it. And then it's got a fabulous strawberry schiller sunstone on there, and I just finished it while you guys were auctioning and having your fun over there on Kyle's. And so unfortunately I wasn't quite as chatty as I could have been, but it was because I was trying to work and lurk and all that kind of stuff. And so I did want to share this with you. And thank you, Kid Curry and Chris and Melissa and Sonia and Jennifer and Allison. And Melissa's trying to claim it. That's so sweet. Thank you. And Dubes or Dubs, not sure which way I should say it right now, actually. Thank you. And that's actually that sunstone. I did mine and also did that. That's just a standard round brilliant, but I did the cut on that. And then of course the lapidary on the chalcedony that we mined over at Gemfield. And so, yeah, that bad boy's scratched. Now all I have to do is mine the silver, right? But as I was saying before, if you add gold to your jewelry that might be mixed metal, like say I'm adding gold to silver, it's heavier than the silver. So if you don't do it right, it can melt inside and you lose it forever. And so, I have these dreams of like, oh, I'm going to find this gold and I'm just going to like hang it out on top and, make cool like little gold balls like the ones that you see there on the top of this piece that are silver. Wouldn't it be cool if they were gold? You can do that. And it's possible to get them to stay on the surface, but if it's a small enough bit, then it actually can just sink into the silver and you just lose it in the silver and it's not visible. Your piece just gets heavier. And ask me how I know. Oh, thank you. Mom is still here and she's being super sweet. Well, Mom, I learned just darn near everything I know from you. So thank you for being so generous. But Mom here knows also one of the ways you find out about silver having gold sink into it is with the method called kumbu, and that's actually when you are you take just gold foil. It's not gold leaf. It's heavier than gold leaf, but it's like not as heavy as say a sheet of gold, just sheet metal, and you uh, do a heat friction bond, like a mechanical bond, by rubbing over the top of this foil overheat of the gold on top of the silver, and you can get the gold to bond to it, and it's called kumbu. And I love doing it. It's not quite gold plating. It's a different, and if you ask me, more elegant way to add gold to a mixed metal design, like a silver and gold kind of thing. Or if you wanted different gold tones, like if you had a rose gold or a white gold and you wanted to add the yellow gold to it, you could do it with the kombu. But because you have it overheat and you're getting this friction bond and heat bond going that's mechanical, like the atoms are actually, like dancing with each other, and you bond them together almost like soldering, but not. But if it's too hot, gone, gone. Like the gold is absolutely just, one moment you see it and the next moment it's just all silver there, and you wonder what just happened. And so I'm wondering if that's what would happen to my gold if I'm trying to add little gold nuggets like the flower gold that we have. And I prefer flower, like it's a little blooming flower gold. If we add that to the metal designs. And so actually what we'll have to do is find some gold, and then we'll do that experiment live in the ozone with all of you guys. And so that all being said, you guys are so sweet, and I'm blushing at all the things that are being said in the chat right now. I really appreciate you guys, and appreciate Mom too very, very much. You can hear it. I need my Steinkerns, and I think everybody out there needs them too. And so cheers to you and yours and your rock hounding exploits. I hope that you had great weekend luck with your rock hounding, if not in your studio, if not over there at Kyle's. Those of you who won the auctions and won the giveaways and all those good things that happened over there. Cheers to you. Go watch the live streams that are about to happen, or the premieres that are about to happen. Check the Discord for upcoming wonderful things that are going to happen as well. If it's not today, it's tomorrow or the next day or Wednesday. A lot of stuff is about to come out, like my videos on gold and on all the things that we did. You guys still have to see gem fields and the sunstones this year and all that kind of stuff. There's footage. And so I'll be sharing that with you now that I have my portable hard drive. We're going to make some room so that you guys can see some good videos. And so thank you, Tiger Eye, and thank you, Chris, and thank you, Diane, and thank you, Randy Sandmaker, and thank you, Spot, and a burnish bond, exactly. It works, Spot. I love it. Kyle, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you were able to work and lurk. That's fantastic, Steinkerns. And did I say Allison yet? Yep, we're gonna see you all at your place, Allison. Fantastic. That's where we're going next. Feel free to share links, you guys. Melissa, thank you. Jennifer, thank you. Travis and Ken and Lisa and all y'all that were here earlier. Jeff, you guys all super duper extra double rock. I appreciate you. And until next time, Steinkerns, may the gold find you. Rock on. Cheers. Oh, wait. Steinkerns, I gotta get you guys the official end, and this will be the last time that you guys see this version. And next time we do a live, you're gonna see a new version of the credits. We have people to add, and I think I have some handles that I need to change a little bit too. And so we'll have a whole new display next time. And so until then, for real, cheers and take care.